They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the model high school Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead. Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're gonna take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You have to be tough to be the world's #1 selling farm tractor. Mahindra tractors have a tough, heavy-duty steel frame so they can lift fallen trees and everything else thrown our way. And you're tough, too. You maintain roads and mend fences and give your neighbors a hand and still make it to church on Sunday. Now that stuff sounds like we have a lot in common. Mahindra, the official tractor of tough.
Northwest Georgia Media, we're all about capturing the moments that matter to you. From sports to arts, from concerts to business events, we're equipped to share what's happening in your world, live and in high definition. We leverage cutting-edge technology and a knowledgeable crew to see that your most unforgettable events remain just that, unforgettable. Northwest Georgia Media, where the world is your audience. High school basketball coverage begins now. This broadcast is produced by Northwest Georgia Media and WLAQ Radio. Coverage is also provided on the Southeast Sports Network. You're watching high school basketball action.
Yes, sir. We are live from inside Woodard Gymnasium on the campus of Model High School, and it is time for Model basketball, and it is playoff style. We are launching into the boys bracket of the GHSA Class A Division I Boys State Basketball Championship Tournament. I'm Matt Davis. He's Ian Griffin, and we're ready to rock and roll tonight, man. I'm fired up about this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's appointment basketball in Shannon, Georgia. This time of year, last night the girls notched a win, and the boys will try to do the same here in front of the home crowd tonight.
Absolutely. The Model Blue Devils come into the game with a great record this year, 20-4. They were 10-3 in regular season region play and ended up second in Class A Division I Region 6 behind Darlington, who got the number 1 seed, by the way, in the Class A to 3A private bracket. They're playing tonight across town at 6:30 against Aquinas. So a little local update there for you. Brantley County is the opponent tonight from Model. The Herons, I think at one point in their history they were the Blue Herons, but now they're just the Herons. But they come into this game at 13-15. They were 6-7 in region play, ended up in 4th out of Class A Division Region 1. And to talk a little bit more numbers here in our first segment, Model comes in scoring at about a 70-point per game clip, giving up just 48. So they've been electric in terms of their offense this year, Ian. And they play pretty darn good defense too.
Yes, they do. They put a lot of pressure on the ball. They've got excellent depth, so Coach Travis can really cycle in a lot of guys and continue to pressure the ball for 4 quarters. So they're going to play tough defense, and if their shots are falling, look out. They can hang with anybody.
And meanwhile, the Brantley County Herons, they come in with a 56.2 points per game average, giving up about 49. They've lost their last couple of games. And to tell you a little bit more about this team, we don't know a whole lot about them going into the game because obviously they are a 5.5-hour drive away from here. They are in Nahunta, Georgia, I believe is how you say it, between Waycross and Brunswick. So that's a good 324 miles that they had to travel to get here to play this high school basketball game tonight in a tough environment. So that is quite a haul, isn't it?
Yeah, it's been an adventure for them today. A long drive from one corner of the state to the other, and they'll have to break their cycle, their schedule, their routine has been shaken here. How can they handle that? And how they handle that pressure early will be a big factor in this game.
And I was talking to their coaches a little bit earlier in prep for our broadcast tonight, and they got a couple of guys that are injured and won't be playing tonight. One of them is Kent Thomas, an ACL issue that he experienced earlier in the year. Number 14, Eli Thomas, is also injured, so they have a couple of guys that are on the JV team that have stepped up into the roster tonight. They're going to help, the team out a little bit. You got number 20, Ellis Westover, a sophomore, as well as number 33, JB Johnson. He's a sophomore as well. But they had several guys that made all-region this year. We're going to talk about that as we go along throughout our broadcast. And I think it's breaking news because I was talking to the coaching staff before we went on the air, and they said it hasn't been announced yet. And I said, well, it's all right if I announce it. And they said, go ahead. So it may be news to people back at home that are tuning in from Nahunta, Georgia, who the all-region players were. So they're going to get it from the local media here in Rome, Georgia, which is kind of an interesting wrinkle to the broadcast tonight, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. I didn't know you were presenting awards tonight.
So anyway, with that said, we're going to go ahead and take our first break. We'll continue to dive into this matchup. Before we do, though, I do want to let everybody that's tuning in know the Georgia High School Association is a voluntary nonprofit organization composed of over 450 public and private high schools. The GHSA administers regulations for region and state competition in 19 sports and 2 activities. Founded in 1908, the GHSA strives to promote good sportsmanship, participant safety, and fair play among its member schools. For more information, visit ghsa.net. Follow @OfficialGHSA on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And the Georgia High School Association would like to take this opportunity to thank its corporate partners for their valuable support of high school athletics and activities: Alpha Insurance, Georgia Electric Membership Corporation, Gatorade, Wilson, BSN Sports, Atlanta Hawks, Mizuno, Atlanta Braves, Subway, Sports Medicine South, Atlanta Track Club, NFHS Network, Regions Bank, Max Preps, GoFan, and Georgia Public Broadcasting. And with that said, let's hear from our sponsors. Whether you're watching on the video or listening on the radio, we'll be back in 3 minutes for more pregame here from Model High School. It's the Model Blue Devils and the Blake. Help me out here.
Brantley.
The Brantley County Herons coming up here in the first round. We'll be back in 3 minutes.
They call it Mo Day, a time of fanfare and pride, and another week with the neighborhood's best yard, because you drafted the MVP of all mowers. A comfortable seat and adjustable controls bring the battle to your turf, not your backside. Ride like the wind on your solid steel stallion and give the fans something to cheer about, because it's your day. It's Mo Day.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the Model High School Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Everybody, live coverage of Model basketball tonight, playoff style, here from inside Woodard Gymnasium on the campus of Model High School in Rome, Georgia. And we're going to jump back into our conversation about the matchup tonight between the Model Blue Devils and the Brantley County Herons. And to tell you a little bit about the coach of Brantley County, his name is Jamison Williams, and he is coaching for his alma mater. As a matter of fact, he was at Pierce County from 2021 to 2025, and this is his first season at the helm of the Brantley County Herons, and he's led them to the playoffs in his first year here. So it's been a great welcome home for him.
Yeah, absolutely. To come back home and get to the playoffs in year one is a heck of an accomplishment.
Absolutely, and before that, he was a head coach at Andrew College in Cuthbert, Georgia. He also played some college basketball at South Georgia State and also finished his career at Thomas University. Little interesting fact there, but there is a former Model Blue Devil who is currently at South Georgia State. I think he's redshirted this year, but it is Noah Travis, the son of head coach Jacob Travis, of course. So a little bit of a connection there as the coach Jamison Williams played at South Georgia State for a couple of years before going to Thomas University. Kind of uncovered that today doing a little bit of research. I thought that was a cool connection.
Well, where are they now? Action here in the pregame.
Absolutely. So tell you a little bit more about the matchup for you tonight. Brantley County Herons and the Model Blue Devils, of course. When you look at the Model Blue Devils, you've got the player of the year out of this region, Region 6, Class A, Division I. That's Bryson Denson. Of course, an awesome offensive player, great defensive player as well. You've got honorable mentions in Bryson Bell and Dominic Fraley. And, of course, you've got all-region player Chaden Woodley a part of this group. And there's other guys that have significant roles. Honorable mention, John Mason, who has been a key cog to this team for every bit of time that he's been on the floor for this model team over the last few years.
Yeah, he's your energy guy. Just one speed, and that's fifth gear, man. And he's always out there with a high motor, making plays, making the hustle plays. So this is a team in the truest sense. Everybody contributes that's on this roster for the most part. They've played big minutes, and they've been down this road before. A lot of playoff experience on this roster, so this isn't new to them. That said, you're in the first round. You want to set the tone. So how Model comes out and plays in this first quarter will do just that. And I expect them to come out guns blazing.
No question about it. And one of the things that I think you can say about both of these teams, going to be very well coached. We talked a little bit about Jamison Williams. Well, let's talk about Jacob Travis, the head coach of the Model Blue Devils, and the accomplishments that he's had in recent years. Of course, last year's team made it to the Sweet 16 in 2024. It was a quarterfinal trip. In 2023, all the way to the Final Four. The year before that, it was the quarterfinals. Sweet 16 in 2021. In 2020, it was Sweet 16. So, and that is not, all the playoff trips they've made over the years, but that's just in recent memory over the last 5 or 6 years. So that speaks for itself.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, this is a roster that knows what this is all about. This is not going to be a situation that's too big for them. And they're ready to go out and set the tone.
Well, folks, we're going to take our last break because I got a feeling we need to catch our breath before this thing gets going, because it is going to be a lot of intensity and action taking place here tonight inside Woodard Gymnasium. It's the Model Blue Devils and the Brantley County Herons getting ready to lock horns in just a matter of minutes in the 2025-2026 GHSA Class A Division I Boys State Basketball Championship Tournament. It's about to get underway. So let's take a break. We'll step out for 3 minutes here. We'll come back. We'll give you the starting lineups, have the national anthem, and it'll be go time from inside Woodard Gymnasium. Back in 3.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted. Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vacked the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Hold up. Hold up.
And we welcome you back as we're getting ready for the national anthem inside Woodard Gymnasium and getting ready for the tip-off between the Model Blue Devils and the Brantley County Herons. First round of the playoffs is about to begin on the boys' side of things. Ian, you pointed out earlier that the girls picked up a victory 55-38 in the first round over Bleckley County yesterday against the Royals to punch their ticket to the Sweet 16. They're going to play on Friday. I still hadn't seen a game time yet for the game at Raven County for the girls coming up on Friday, but as soon as we find that out, we'll pass it along to you, and certainly we're going to have radio coverage for you on WLAQ coming up Friday. We'll load up our radio station in a box and head on over there. It's beautiful country over there. Here's your national anthem. All right, folks, there's your national anthem, and now we're going to give you the starting lineups, and it'll be go time inside Woodard Gymnasium. We're going to start with the visiting Brantley County Herons, who are in town from 324 miles away in Nahunta, Georgia, between Waycross and Brunswick. So pretty good haul to get here tonight. We're going to start with number 1, Jaden Byron, a freshman, second team All-Region. Number 3, Tristan Dice. He is a junior honorable mention All-Region out of Region 1. Number 5, Jaden Simmons, a senior, 6'1". He's an honorable mention this year out of Region 1. Number 10, Cole Corson, a sophomore, second team All-Region this year. And number 21, Hayes Evans, a junior, and he is 6 foot tall, is in the starting lineup tonight for Brantley County Herons. Their head coach is Jamison Williams. Now, It is time to announce the Model Blue Devils, and it's time to rock and roll inside Woodard Gymnasium. Let's start with number 10, John Mason, a senior. Then number 21, Bryson Denson, a junior. Number 22, Bryson Bell, 6'3" senior. Number 25, Chaden Woodley, a 6'4" sophomore. And number 30, Dominic Fraley, a 6'5" senior. And the head coach of the Model Blue Devils is Jacob Travis. And we talked about the region honors here for Brantley County, but for Model, of course, John Mason was honorable mention this year. Player of the year was Bryson Denson. Honorable mention, Bryson Bell. All region, Chaden Woodley, and honorable mention, Dominic Fraley. So a lot of talent on this team.
Yeah, absolutely. And they trust each other, and they've played a lot of basketball together. So this is a group that's very, very comfortable out there on the floor.
And they look locked in as we get ready to start this game. Dominic Fraley is in the circle to tip off against Cole Corson. The official is walking to the circle right now. The ball's in the air. We're underway. It's time for the ball game. And the Blue Devils win the tip. Chaden Woodley's got it. It's going to leave it off for Bryson Denson between the circles. Now up top to Dominic Fraley. Fraley sends it in motion to the left wing side. Denson to a cutting Fraley off the glass, and the Blue Devils score very quickly.
Tale as old as time. Pick and roll basketball to open this thing up and take the lid off the basket.
So the Herons come back the other way, frantically moving the ball to the near side, almost picked off by Bryson Denson. Fake the three, go inside. Nice pass underneath off the glass and through. What a feed, Ian.
Yeah, that was an immediate answer there. So some good offense to start for both squads.
So we're tied at 2 apiece. Bryson Denson across the timeline. Both teams moving quickly here in the early going. Here's Chaden Woodley, launches the three. That rattles off the rim.
A good look, quick shot. Couldn't get it to fall.
Dice bringing it across the floor, sends it right wing side to Simmons. Simmons tries to bounce it baseline, goes off the foot of Bryson Bell and goes out of bounds, so it's going to stay with the Herons. And so the Herons send it in motion. They're going to go right between the circles here. Byron with the, actually Simmons with the ball. They come to the near side with it on the right wing. Now dribbling around a screen. They try to lob it underneath. The pass is picked off by Bryson Bell. Kind of got away from him that time.
Yeah, it was trying to go over the top and just put a little too much mustard on it.
Bryson Bell to Chaden Woodley on the right wing side in front of the Herons bench, and he steps on the sideline, or the baseline rather. Inline is what I was searching for.
So they traded buckets, and now they've traded turnovers, and we're all knotted up at 2 apiece.
So the Herons across the timeline. They feed it to the right wing side, go immediately to the baseline, drive it in, splitting defenders. It's going to be blocked. Blue Devils come out with it. John Mason across the midcourt stripes, going to leave it for Bryson Bell. Now to Bryson Denson. He'll dribble back between the circles, feeds it left. Bell with it, up top to Chaden Woodley. He wants to work inside, lost the handle, but it was deflected by Brantley County.
I think Tristan Dice was the last one to touch that one.
And so John Mason defeated him for the Blue Devils. By the way, we're tied at 2 apiece. Here's Fraley, drives in strong and scores.
Fraley coming out strong. He's got all 4 points for Model.
And so it's 4-2. Blue Devils lead it by 2 points. Brantley County with it on the other end, stolen away. Bryson Denson came out with the ball. He drives in, puts it up, and it rattles through.
Denson has such great body control. Able to split the defenders and get the easy layup.
He's one of those guys that's so smooth with his movement that he makes it look like it's easy, and you know it's not. Brantley County on the other end. They send it to the right wing side, now to the elbow, back to the right wing. Corner three is through. Good looking shot there by Tristan Dice.
And the junior stepped into that one with confidence, stripped the net, and cut the lead to 1.
6-5 is the score. Bryson Bell now around to Bryson Denson. He wants to work inside, feeds it back out. There's Bell, long range three, and that one's a little bit too strong off the backboard.
0 for 2 from behind the arc thus far for the Blue Devils.
Jaden Simmons across the timeline with it for the Herons. He wants to work inside and blocked by Chaden Woodley, knocked out of bounds.
He got ball first, then a little bit of body, I think, but it'll stay on this end. No foul called.
So Jaden Byron set to feed it in motion here for the offense of the Herons. He surveys the floor trying to find an open man, bounces it in, gets it to Hayes Evans. Now they go back up top. Simmons Now they'll drive inside, puts up the shot too strong, and Dominic Fraley collects a rebound.
Fraley cleaning the glass there, and Denson will bring it up the court.
To the left wing side here is Brenton Bell for three. That one's a little bit too strong. Ball loose on the floor, picked up by Bryson Denson. He spins around, sends it to Chaden Woodley, who launches a quick three. That one's off the side of the rim. Didn't really have a chance to get his feet set before he fired that one.
They forced that shot. Model still finding their rhythm on offense.
Substitution into the game here for the Herons. Nathan Howell is going to check into the game, the junior. He is one of about 3 or 4 guys that they bring in off the bench. They usually rotate about 9 guys over the course of the game, so they got a little bit of depth to this team. Of course, we mentioned they did come into the night with a couple of injuries. With the ball is Simmons, sends it left wing side. Now they get it to the low block, backing his way in, challenging Fraley, and that is a traveling call.
Shuffled his feet as he tried to back down Fraley. Easy call for the officials.
6-5, Model leads it, and they have possession of the basketball. Bryson Denson to bring it across the midcourt stripe. Now he dribbles up between the circles and around the screen set by Dominic Fraley. Now to Woodley. He wants to take it himself inside, rattles on the rim, and falls.
Just hanging in the air, that athleticism of Chaden Woodley on display.
Stolen away by Fraley, one-on-one, and the two-hand flush hammers the rim.
And the jolt of electricity through Woodard Gymnasium.
Dominic Fraley punishes the rim. Turnover there by the Herons. All the momentum on the Blue Devil side right now with a 5-point lead, 10-5. Here's John Mason driving in, gives it to Fraley underneath, sends it across the baseline and out to Chaden Woodley, puts up the jump shot. That one caroms across the rim. Fraley there to clean it up, scores and one.
Fraley with 8 of Model's 10 points and a chance to add another one at the free throw line for the big man.
Maybe I didn't put down one of them.
He got 8.
I missed 8. One, yeah, that's right. I got so excited on the dunk, I forgot to write it down is what happened there. So now the and one opportunity for Dominic Fraley. And I will admit, that is not the first time that ever happens. I get so excited, I forget where I'm at. Shot is on the way. It's off the side of the rim. John Mason leaves it off for Fraley. Driving in, puts up the shot, and he makes it. I don't know how he did, but he did.
10 for Fraley in the first quarter.
14-5 is the score. Model is ballooned to a 9-point lead. Here's one to Chaden Woodley. One-on-one underneath, off the glass and through. Dives over to the defender.
We'll have a timeout here for Brantley County.
16-5. Model leads it by 11. 3:07 left to go first quarter. We're back in 30 seconds.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
we're gonna take care of you.
If you ever hear these sounds or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health, feel whole. If you ever...
Jaden Byron to send things in motion here for this Herons team out of the timeout called by their head coach Jamison Williams. Much needed timeout to try to rally the troops here and stop the run here from Model. Model leads it by 11, 16-5. Herons with the ball at the top of the key, going to fire the three, and that goes in and out. Tyler Harrell gets a board.
Don't leave Dice open. He's got a really good looking shot. That one was halfway down.
Chaden Woodley, the feet inside to Harrell, challenges underneath. Off the side of the rim, gets his own rebound. Second try is good, and the foul.
Model is getting it into the paint and getting it into the bucket, man. Impressive. This is absolutely the strategy that they wanted to implement. We talked about starting this state tournament off hot. They've done it.
Oh, there is no doubt about that. Here's Tyler Harrell with the opportunity to convert the three-point play, missed the shot. Across the timeline goes Jaden Simmons. Simmons between the circles, sends it near side, gets it to the freshman there, Byron. Byron up top, sends it right wing to a cutting player on the inside, puts up a quick turnaround shot, and it rattles off the rim. Brenton Bell John Mason now to Bryson Bell on the left wing side. A lot of movement here for the players off the ball here for this model team. Here's John Mason driving towards the baseline underneath, kicks it out, wide open Chadlin Woodley, and it's off the rim. Those are going to start falling soon.
Yeah, that's the only thing that hasn't gone right for model. The threes haven't been going down, but a great pass there by John Mason to find Woodley wide open.
Under 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Model with an 18-5 lead. Three-point shot is missed. John Mason collects the long rebound, gives it to Chadlin Woodley, who crosses midcourt, fires it over to Bell. Now to Brenton Bell, fires the three off the front of the rim. A quick one-and-done trip.
0 for 6 thus far behind the arc.
Stolen away by John Mason. Errant pass. Here comes Bryson Bell across the timeline, feeding it to Chadlin Woodley. Works baseline, spins around, and gets knocked to the floor, loses the ball.
Yeah, I think Woodley thought he was fouled there, no call.
Good ball movement here from Brantley County. Wide open three. That one's high off the rim, and the ball's knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with Brantley County on their side. It's going to have some subs into the game, Ian.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye and get a floor check here. Hayes Evans was the one who took the three from the corner.
Zach Nichols checks into the game for the first time here for the Blue Devils. So right now for the Blue Devils, you've got Nichols, Harrell, Bryson Bell, Brenton Bell, and then you also have Bryson Denson back out on the floor. And Bryson Denson, incidentally, has got the ball. Or he did. They're moving it quick. Denson going to leave it for Harrell. Now to the right wing side to Bryson. Going to fire it right back to Harrell off the glass and through.
Let the bigs eat. It is paying dividends for the model Blue Devils in this first quarter.
Tristan Dice with the ball. Is going to send it across to Byron. Now back out to Dice. Going to fire it left wing side. Trying to get it inside. It was deflected, but it stays with Brantley County. They work inside. There's Dice for three. He rattles off the rim. Bryson Denson across the midcourt stripe, sends it to Bryson Bell, and on the left wing side, back out to Bryson Bell, on to Brenton Bell. Bryson Denson with it on the right wing in front of the Herons bench.
Shot clock's off, Matt. They are intentionally holding for the last shot here.
Here's Bryson Bell. He's between the circles, gives it to Denson. Denson will go to work, trying to get around the screen. Now back to Bell, fires the three, and it is through for Bryson Bell. Yes, sir. Wow. And just like that, the first quarter is in the books, and Model owned it up 23-5 over the visiting Brantley County Herons. We'll be back for the start of the second quarter after this 1 minute break. Whoa.
At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the model high school Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead.
Inbound the ball, trailing the model Blue Devils 23-5. What a first quarter for the Blue Devils. My goodness. Give you some more details about the scoring. We get a break in the action if we get one. Ball is nearly knocked loose. Right now the Herons with it. Dice feeds it to the left wing side, gets it over to Simmons. Simmons drives, tries to get it back to Dice. He hangs on, tries to feed it underneath. Passing lane shut down by John Mason.
Nice steal there by the senior.
Bryson Denson across the timeline, leaves it off for Bryson Bell, who hit a three just before the buzzer there to end the first quarter. Only three made of the first quarter. And Ian, you were making a comment during the break about the work in the paint for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, 20 points in the paint in the first quarter.
Here's Denson off the glass, misses the shot. Rebound is going to go to the Herons. They'll come back the other way, work it inside, and it's blocked, knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay with the Herons. And the fact that the Blue Devils are up now 23-5, I think it says a lot. This is not a bad basketball team they're playing tonight. They moved the ball well. They've got some athletic kids. You got some guys. They start hitting a couple of shots. But Brantley County will feed the ball inside. They turn underneath. Ball is nearly swatted away, and he scores. That was Cole Corson's first bucket of the game.
Yeah, with the left hand there, Corson. Nice move in the paint.
There's Bell from outside. That was Brenton Bell for 3.
The Bell's heating up after starting 0 for 6 from behind the arc. They've hit their last 2, and that's credit to Bryson and Brenton.
Exactly. Not confusing at all, ever.
No, not at all.
All the Bells that we got. And of course, their dad is one of the coaches. Here is Bryson Denson underneath. We got Brysons, we've got Bells, we've got
Densons.
Yes,
that's right. That's right. And here's another. We got to dig for anything negative on Model so far. They're 0 for 2 at the free throw line. So maybe Mr. Denson can get the lid off from the charity stripe.
Well, I don't make predictions in these games, but this one's going in. No, it didn't. I was going to look pretty smooth there.
You were.
And normally if you say that and Denson fires a free throw, it is going in. So a rare miss from the charity stripe there from that young man. So I'm not saying anything. That's high off the rim, rattles off. Stolen away nearly by Denson, knocks it out of bounds, so it's going to stay with Brantley County.
So far, they're keeping the math simple, but not the way we want them to. They're 0 for 4 from the free throw line.
Exactly. So Brantley County with it on the other end. Dice feeds it over to the left wing side. They get it to Collins. Now back to the near side from the elbow on the right side of the floor. Shot is missed, and the rebound was picked up by Bryson Bell. A battle for the ball ensues, and Bell wins it.
Good indeed.
Brenton Bell now to John Mason, right wing side, gets it to Denson. Now back up top to Bryson Bell. Good ball movement here from the Blue Devils. Feed underneath from Mason to Dominic Fraley. Ball gets knocked loose on the floor, picked up by Brantley County. Good defense there in the paint.
Absolutely.
Across the timeline goes Dice. Now left wing side, nothing there. Young man picks up his dribble, sends it up top. Now going to work inside, fires it to the right wing side, now back up top. Dice wants to work inside, fires it back out. Now underneath, they drive. Here's the shot off the glass, and that was a strong move there for Corson.
It was. Model's making it really tough on him to get it into the interior with this 2-3 zone. But Corson's made a couple of tough buckets.
And so far in the second quarter, Brantley County's outscored Model 4-3. There's Denson for 3. That one rims out.
Halfway down.
Long rebound picked up by John Mason. Now Bryson Denson stands with it on the right wing side. He'll dribble, sends it back up top to Bryson Bell. Now on to Brenton on the left wing. He'll start to dribble back towards midcourt. Now between the circles, works around a screen there from Dominic Fraley. Sends it back up top to Bryson. Now on to Bryson Denson. Fakes, gets the defender in the air, gives it to Dominic Fraley. Drives in, scores, and he's going to the free throw line.
Fraley continuing to play hot. Feed the big man. In the first quarter, he had 10. Now this will be his second chance at the line. He missed an and one in the first quarter. But he's up to 12 points on the night. Him and Harold combined for 14 in the first quarter.
And Dominic Fraley trying to convert a three-point play and make the first free throw of the game for the Blue Devils, and he does not. That one wanted to go in, but it kind of went in and out. Here's Fraley after getting the rebound. He's going back to line for some more tries.
He sure is.
So Dominic Fraley finds himself back at the free throw line. These will be his third and fourth attempts. Has had a couple of three-point opportunities, missed free throws. First shot on the way, and that was 3.
Pure. Sometimes you just need to see one go through.
So let's see what happens with free throw number 2 of the pair for Dominic Fraley at the line, and that one's going to rattle around the rim. Wasn't as pretty as the one before it, but it went through.
14 for Fraley. We're not even midway through the second quarter.
Model leads at 30-9 with 4:40 left to go in said second quarter.
Kickball?
I think so. And so we get ready for Jaden Byron to feed the ball in here for Brantley County from the baseline. Sends it up top to Dias. Now to the right wing side. Fires the 3. That's off the side of the rim, and a long rebound picked up by John Mason. Bryson Denson, crisp pass to the right wing to Chatham Woodley. Little runner and misses the shot. Rebound picked up by Brantley County. Back on the other end, here's Dice, fakes the three, goes in, bounce pass underneath. Great feed there from Dice to Jaden Simmons, who gets the finish.
And Dice drives the baseline there and dishes a beautiful bounce pass to Simmons, who goes up, takes the contact, hits the shot, and will go to the line for an and one opportunity.
So Simmons at the line. He's got 4 points. Does he make it 5? No. Misses the free throw, but there to clean it up after the rebound and the tip in is Byron.
Quick 4 points for the Herons.
John Mason up top, gives it to Chaden Woodley. He has the ball stripped, stolen away by Dice, drives in and lays it in, gets the foul as well.
Yeah, Dice, what a great take that was. Gets the steal. Takes it in. It's fouled pretty hard there. Clean foul, but a hard foul. And for him to be able to maintain his control and get the layup to go in and have the opportunity for a three-point play, very impressive.
So Tristan Dice is at the free throw line. He's got 5 points in the ball game, made a 3 in the first quarter, and he just made the bucket and the free throw to convert the three-point play.
Kid's got a good-looking shooting stroke, too.
He really does. So Model leads it by 14, 30-16. We're under 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Getting close to halftime. Underneath, backdoor cut. Dominic Fraley trying to get it to Woodley. The ball is knocked out of bounds. Pretty good defense there by Brantley County.
Yeah, you're looking to double Fraley. Hardy with 14 points. They're going to try to deny him the opportunities, force him to make the pass out of the perimeter.
Brenton Bell with it, gives it to John Mason. He starts to drive, kicks it out. Brenton for 3, and it goes off the back of the rim. Dias with the basketball, dribbles between the circles, stops up top, sends it to the left wing side, now goes right back up top to Dice. Bounce pass underneath, driving, low block, puts up the shot, rattles around the rim and through for the freshman Jaden Byron.
Don't look now, but an 8-0 run from the Herons.
Brings it back within 12. Here to the left side, now around to the right wing to Bryson Bell, fires the 3 and it is true. Nothing but net on the 3-point shot for Bryson Bell.
Second 3 of the game for Bryson Bell, and the 3rd overall for Model. They're 3 of 11 from behind the arc.
Dice with the ball, sends it right wing side, shakes off the defender, gets him in the air, and a traveling call underneath. We'll have a break in action coming up tomorrow as far as boys and girls basketball for you on the airwaves of WLAQ and also the video feed. But we'll get back in action coming up on Friday with a road trip over to Rabun County with the Model Lady Devils. Looking forward to that one on the radio end of things. Ball poked out of bounds. It'll stay with the Blue Devils. So hopefully we're going to get to see a lot of basketball in the coming weeks. We'll see. Bryson Bell with the basketball in front of the Herons bench. Now over to the left wing side. Tyler Harrell at the baseline. Ball is going to be poked out of bounds by the Herons. Brantley County's in their Navy uniforms with gold letters and numbers and trim. Those are some classic looking uniforms.
Yeah, kind of a Notre Dame or Marquette vibe to them.
I like it. Yeah. Of course, I like those model uniforms too. They're home whites. Shot on the way and through. Bryson Bell knocks down his 3rd 3 of the game for 9 points. Wow.
Model heating up from behind the arc here in the second. That's their 3rd 3 of the second quarter.
Ball stolen away. Bryson Bell came out with it, gave it to Brenton. Here's Chaden Woodley off the rim and through. Man.
Yeah.
Soft touch there.
Great ball movement there. Bell to Woodley for the layup.
Bounce pass to the freshman there, Byron. He is going to go to work from the elbow, puts up the shot, goes high off the rim. Rebound picked up by John Mason. Mason fires to Chaden Woodley. He'll cross over midcourt and slow up. Gives it to John Mason. Tries to kick it back out to Woodley. And one of the things that we've seen a lot of from this Brantley County team is getting their hands out there and deflecting passes.
They're playing aggressive defense. Had a nice little 8-0 run there, but Model answered with an 8-0 run that they're currently on to regain the lead and get it back out to 20.
Right now it looks like Brantley in the zone. Going to fire it back up to the top of the key to the right wing side. Now underneath trying to get it to Harrell. Poked out of bounds. It's going to stay on this end of the floor. Blue Devils lead at 38-18, a 20-point lead. We got 1 minute and 30 seconds, so almost 90 seconds away from the halftime show. Bryson Bell on the left wing was driving baseline, tried to send it back out to Chatham Woodley. The ball was deflected. Brenton Bell came out with it, but
Jaden Simmons definitely went through him to get the ball, so that'll be a foul on Simmons. Ball stay on this end of the floor with Model.
Last night we were talking about the Bleckley County team that played the girls. They were the Lady Royals, and tonight we've got the Herons. Kind of unusual mascots you don't see a lot. Right wing side to Brenton Bell. Of course, another one you think of is it Cairo, how you say it, the syrup makers?
Yes, that's right.
And then you've got Glenn County and the Red Terror.
Now we can't be talking about Cairo syrup on these airwaves because we're sorghum syrup guys.
Oh, that's exactly
here,
right. Although the sorghum syrup warrior is now a freshman at Georgia Tech.
That's right.
To the right wing side they go. Long three-point shot goes high. Almost went off the apparatus.
That would have been a first for the evening.
Yes, it would be. I think it touched the cables a little bit. Apparatus cables. Here, three-point shot by Bryson Bell. Knocks down his fourth. We get a little silly when we talk about some of the equipment here.
I mean, syrup apparatuses. There's all kinds of things to discuss.
Oh, man. Bounce pass underneath at the elbow, spins around, drives in, puts it off the glass, too strong. Rebound picked up by Bryson Bell, leaves it off for Brenton Bell, who's going to cross over midcourt, gives it off to Chatham Woodley here on the near side, working from right to left. Mason out to Bell. Brenton Bell, to be more specific now with the ball, gives it to Woodley. Now to Bryson Bell. Now on to John Mason. Brenton Bell wide open on the way, misses the shot. Rebound going to be picked up by Byron. Simmons going to fire the long-range three. That's off the back of the rim. 2 seconds left on the clock before halftime. Shot on the way just before the buzzer is missed, and a heave by John Mason. That was after the buzzer, but it did have a shot there.
Had a chance.
Well, we are officially at halftime where the Model Blue Devils currently lead the Brantley County Herons by a score of 41-18. So, Ian, really good first half for the Blue Devils in the tournament.
Yeah, tale of two quarters, too. Two very different quarters as far as the offensive production. In the first quarter, I'm sure we'll run down scoring when we get back, but we can tell that story.
Oh, 100%. So, again, at halftime, Model 41, Brantley County 18. We'll step out for 3 minutes. We'll come back for the halftime show after these messages.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vac the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Davis and Ian Griffin back with you at halftime with coverage of model basketball here in the first round of the GHSA state playoffs, Class A Division I. Model playing out of Region 6 as the number 2 team out of the region as far as the seeding is concerned in the tournament. We'll let you know that Model came into this game as far as, I forgot to write it down, so now I'm searching for it on, do I have the wrong thing here? Can you find Model on there? Where are we?
I'm looking.
Gosh.
There we go.
Okay, the number 5 seed playing the 28 seed. Thank you very much. I usually write those things down before we launch into it, and then I was about to say it and look down and it wasn't there, so I had to kind of scramble a little bit. But nonetheless, you've got Model and Brantley County here in the first round, and right now Model leads at 41-18 over Brantley County. And just before we went to the break and got ready for our halftime show, you were talking about how it was kind of a tale of 2 different quarters. Explain a little bit what you mean by that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just they were successful for Model either way, but in the first quarter, it was really about getting into the paint and being very successful in doing that, feeding the bigs. Fraley and Harrell combining for 14 points. 20 of your 23 points in that quarter came from inside. In the second quarter, they shoot 1 for 7 for 3 in the first. It was one of the only things you could kind of pick apart as a negative coming out of that first period. Well, they came out and absolutely lit it up and went 4 for 6 in the second quarter. 3 of those from Brenton Bell. Bryson Bell, and Brenton Bell cashed in with another one.
Gotcha.
So, so it was the hot shooting from behind the arc in the second quarter and the absolute dominance in the paint in the first. So pick your poison. Model can find a way to beat you.
5 threes made by the Model Blue Devils in the first half. Another situation that you talked about a little bit earlier was the free throw line. It was kind of a difficult spot there for the Blue Devils there in the first half. They were 2 of 7 from the charity stripe. If you want to try to find something to pick apart, really, but look at the scoreboard. Right now, Model is up 41-18. We talked about how they were averaging 70 points coming into this game, so they're above their average at halftime here by this point of the game. So I think that says a lot about the performance that the Model Blue Devils have put on here in this contest. Let's break down the scoring by individual. We're going to start with Brantley County. The Herons visiting here tonight. They would pick up 4 points from Jaden Byron. They would have 4 points apiece for Jaden Simmons and Cole Corson as well. Their leading scorer is Tristan Dice, who picked up 6 points. He knocked down a 3 in the first quarter, then had a field goal, converted a 3-point play with the and one in the second quarter of the ball game. Meanwhile, for the Model Blue Devils, they would have 6 guys that scored, 2 of those gentlemen in double digits in this game. Brenton Bell would have 3 points on a made 3 that Ian referenced just moments ago. Bryson Denson had 2 points. You had 6 points for Chaden Woodley, 4 points for Tyler Harrell, and the 2 guys in double digits, well, one of them you mentioned had 4 threes, so Bryson Bell has to be one of them with 12 points, and then the other is Dominic Fraley, who picked up 14 points, all of them in the paint, knocked down a couple of free throws, the only made free throws of the ball game so far for the Model Blue Devils. So all in all, a really, really good first half for your Model Blue Devils.
Yeah, and we talked about it in the pregame. You want to come out and set the tone this first game of the state tournament in front of your home crowd. It's been a great season, but this is a new season, and it's off to a great start.
Absolutely, and I should mention also, if Model ends up hanging on to win this game, they're going to play the winner of Elbert County and Washington County in the Sweet 16, and Model having the 5 seed, Elbert County having the 21, and Washington County having the 12. No matter what happens in that game, if Model wins, they are going to be here coming up on Saturday, and if they're here, we're here as well. So we'll look forward to that should it occur. But still a lot left to play here, but Model in good shape so far. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll come back for the start of the second half. Model up 41-18 over Brantley County, back for the second half after a 2-minute break.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly, professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. At Smith & Wood Wealth Management, we're proud to be part of the Rome community, where the same teamwork that wins on the court inspires our approach to financial planning and investment. Just like the Model High School Blue Devils and Lady Devils, success starts with a solid game plan. Like a trusted coach, we provide insight and guidance so you can pursue your financial goals with confidence. The Smith & Wood financial planning process centers on understanding your unique goals and creating strategies that balance enjoyment today with preparations for tomorrow's challenges. We would love to work with you to build a game plan for the season ahead. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
Blue Devils to inbound the ball as we start the second half. Dominic Fraley takes the inbound pass right to the hoop and knocks it through.
Pick up where you left off, young man. 16 points on the night for Dominic Fraley.
And so now the Herons bring it back the other way. Quick jump shot, and that one is true there for Jaden Simmons.
Yeah, contested shot, stripped the net there.
So both teams trading buckets here in the first sequence of the second half of the ball game. Bryson Denson sends it to the far side to Chaden Woodley. Model now working from left to right on your radio dial, if you've got one. Here's Bryson Denson, fires the corner three. That one's too strong. Rebound picked up by Hayes Evans of Brantley County. Across the timeline is Dice. Now they're going to drive inside. Puts up the shot hard off the glass, but it went for Cole Corson.
Yeah, Cole Corson has had some good buckets. 4 in the second quarter, and he adds 2 there.
Brenton Bell with the ball between the circles, sends it to the near side to Woodley. Now John Mason. Bryson Denson on the right wing, 2 defenders on him. They're going to give it to Mason. He drives into the lane, puts up a pass over to Dominic Fraley. I thought he was going to shoot for a second. There's Woodley now to Denson, drives in, strong move, a little bit too strong on the shot there to try to clean it up was Fraley, missed the shot. Woodley came out with it though, drives in, finger roll, misses the shot. So 3 misses there by the Blue Devils.
Second chance opportunities could not cash in though.
Dice sends it right wing side, corner 3, in and out. Bryson Bell collects the rebound.
That was a great pass there from Dice over to Hayes Evans. Couldn't cash in on it though.
Dominic Fraley backdoor cut from the baseline. Now sends it up top to Chaden Woodley. Now Bryson Denson launches the 3. That one caroms off the rim. Dominic Fraley gets the rebound, and that's going to be on the floor, the official signals. Yeah, this team has really shown some flashes here in this game. They're down 43-22, but there have been some bright spots for Brantley County, and they've got some things to build on. with a fairly young team. Bounce pass inside to Dominic Fraley, and he gets blocked, but there's also some contact, and he's going to the line.
Now you mentioned it, we've got a couple of guys out. I think there's only 3 seniors on this roster, so bright future for Brantley County.
So Dominic Fraley with free throws coming up. That one's going to rattle through. He has made 3 in a row.
He has. Sitting at 17 points on the night, leading all scorers.
One more coming up for him, so he can make it 18 here from the charity stripe. I don't know what his career record is, but he may have a career night tonight as he knocks down another free throw. He's got 18. Bias across the timeline, going to bounce it to the free throw line. Good ball movement there for Brantley County. They get it underneath. Simmons, we're going to have a foul on the floor against the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I think they're going to get John Mason. It's his 3rd foul.
Inbound pass coming up here from Byron. He's going to send it up top. Stolen away rather from Denson. Nice teamwork there between Denson and Woodley, and Denson scores after the feed there from Chaden.
Beautiful execution 2-on-1 there by Woodley.
Underneath, reverse layup attempt and a score there by number 23, Holton DePratter. I think that's the first time we've called his name tonight.
Yep.
One of the guys that comes in off the bench, Brantley County. Chaden Woodley misses the shot from just in front of the free throw line. Now Bryson Denson back to Woodley. He'll try again, and this time it's through.
Good looking floater there from Chaden Woodley.
Dice across the timeline, surveys the floor, is going to sit it up top, gets it to Simmons. Ball stripped away here as Bryson Denson all alone and lays it in. Easy bucket in transition for Denson.
Steal and goes coast to coast for the layup.
Denson kind of quiet scoring in the first half. This is a lob down to Chaden Woodley, drives in and lays it in, gets the points.
And we'll have a timeout here from Brantley County as the lead has ballooned to 29 points.
Model up 53-24. Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. 4:52 left in the 3rd quarter. We're back in 30 seconds. Model Blue Devils hosting the Brantley County Herons out of Nahunta, Georgia tonight. If you want to know where Nahunta, Georgia is, we mentioned in the pregame, but if you're just tuning in, we'll let you know it's kind of between Waycross and Brunswick. And they had to make the trek of 324 miles, a 5.5-hour drive, if you're lucky, to get here to play this basketball game tonight in a tough environment against a really good team.
Yeah, it's a heck of a road trip to open up the state tournament.
Here's a long 3-point shot from the freshman. It's missed by Byron. Rebound picked up by the Blue Devils. They'll work it back the other way. Nahunta, Georgia. I've never been there. Chaden Woodley going to fire it out to Bryson Bell. Keeps it inbound. Sends it back up top to Bryson Denson. Denson trying to feed it to Chaden Woodley. Ball was not loose. Denson gets it back underneath. And is Dominic Fraley with a strong move. Misses the shot, then gets blocked and is fouled.
Yep. They're going to call the foul on DePratter. And Fraley will head back to the line. Chance to hit his 5th and 6th straight free throw and possibly hit the 20-point mark.
And whether you make the shots or not, if you tack the rim, good things are going to happen. And Fraley's been getting to the line, and Ian, that's 5 made free throws in a row.
Yes, it is.
And he has been in attack mode tonight.
And they've been feeding him. I mean, it was the first play, really. The first possession, he scored on a pick and roll and has just been dominant ever since.
One more coming up for Fraley from the stripe. That one rattles off the rim. Great effort there by John Mason trying to get the rebound. He got the ball, but unfortunately stepped on the inline, and it's coming back to Brantley County. Unless I'm badly mistaken, the head football coach for the last couple of years over at Coosa, Jeff Cannon, I think he came from Brantley County,
I think so. I'll have to fact check that one for sure, but I think so.
Right now, Brantley County with the basketball, going to drive towards the baseline. Underneath, reverse layup. That was smooth from Jaden Simmons.
Indeed.
Man, he's a good ball player. John Mason now back up top to Brenton Bell. On to Bryson Bell for three. Misses the shot, but the tip in is good from Jaden Woodley.
Crashing the glass and getting the easy putback there on the missed three.
Model up by 30, 56-26 over Brantley County. Brantley County with the ball underneath, still battling in this one, but outmatched by the Model Blue Devils tonight through almost 3 quarters. And so Byron surveys the floor, going to send it right wing side, catch and shoot three there by Dice, and it's a great looking shot in. My goodness.
Yeah. That's a confident kid.
Indeed. Brenton Bell across the timeline, going to send it to Woodley, now out to John Mason. Now around to Bryson Bell, back to Woodley, underneath to Harrell, back outside to Brenton Bell. Chaden drives in, gives it off to Harrell off the glass, goes off the side of the rim, but the Blue Devils still have the ball. Underneath, Woodley, little floater, and it's in.
And they're attacking the zone right there at the charity stripe. Either Woodley or Denson is flashing to the elbow there to get the entry pass, and great ball movement from Model.
Simmons from the free throw line, that goes off the back of the rim. Tracking down the rebound, though, was Brantley County and number 15, Harris. There's a long three-point shot. That one left a little bit short from a good shooter, but the putback goes. Was that number 23?
To Prater, yeah.
To Prater. Second bucket of the game. Bryson Bell, Brenton Bell. Now John Mason on the left wing side. Down baseline to a cutting Harrell. He was cutting to the outside. Here's Brenton Bell. Leaves it for Chaden Woodley. Now outside of John Mason. Launches the three, and it is in. John Mason with a big bucket. His first of the night. Model back to a 30-point lead. Almost at the 2-minute mark here of the third quarter. Here's one from long range. High off the rim for Byron. Rebound picked up by Brenton Bell. He'll bring it across the midcourt stripe. Slows up between the circles. Now Chaden Woodley. Three from the right wing side. Misses the shot. Rebound picked up by Dice. Dice dribbles between the legs. Chaden Woodley in his face. Going to sit it inside. Gets it to Simmons. Simmons backs his way in. Spins around. Puts it up. Nifty little shot and make.
Really good player. Plays like a senior.
He really does. And he's got 10 points on the night here for Brantley County. Bryson Bell up top to Brenton Bell. Now to Woodley. Back to Bell. Now to Bryson. Fires the three. And that one rattles off the rim. Almost went in. And did not go. But we're going to see Tyler Harrell at the stripe, it looks like. Nope, that one's on the floor. Subs coming into the game for Brantley County. Checking in, you got Nathan Howell. And also, I think it was Zary Harris, wasn't it? Nope, it was number 10. Cole Corson back into the game. Model with the ball. Brenton Bell, he'll dribble back between the circles. Sends it left wing side to Bryson. Now back to Brenton to the near side. John Mason sends it to Tyler Harrell. Harrell pokes it underneath, gets it to Woodley, and knocks it through.
All right, now just such clean ball movement from Model. Jacob Travis always finding something to pick apart on that sideline. He's got to be happy with the way that ball is popping around in the half court.
Woodley having a big third quarter missed shot by Brantley County. Mason comes out with a rebound. Woodley's got 10 points in the third quarter. He's got 16 on the night. Woodley out to Brenton Bell. Now around the left wing side. Now back to the near side of John Mason. Now Woodley back to John. He drives baseline, fires it back up top. Now back to John Mason. Thought about the three, had second thought, spins around, drives baseline, sends it across. Now back to Brenton Bell from Bryson Bell, and he knocks down the three. Great ball movement on that sequence.
Right. It's been superb this entire quarter. I mean, it's almost like making a cat chase a laser around the room the way they're popping this thing around.
Poetry in motion,
yep.
And it looks like we've got a technical foul that occurred somewhere along the way.
That confidence must have spilled out of someone's mouth.
That's a unique way to put it, but I like it. First shot is on the way, and it is through. You got away with words there, Ian.
I trip over them plenty too, but you know,
Second shot coming up from Tristan Dias. And he makes them both. And possession of the ball will be with Brantley County after the technical foul, which we're not 100% sure what happened there, but
no contact, so I'm
maybe have
thinking
a good
it was
idea.
verbal.
Yeah. Some words were said. Went deep into the dictionary today. Underneath, shot off the glass and through. And I believe that was Corson again.
Corson, big frame, 6'4", 220, only a sophomore.
Brenton Bell across the timeline, going to send it to the near side. Now into the game for the Blue Devils, Justin Finley. Now up top to Chaden Woodley. 6 seconds on the clock in the third quarter. Woodley started to make his move. The ball was tipped out of bounds. It's coming back to Brantley County. I kind of thought that might have been off one of the defenders, but perhaps not.
There you go, 3.2 left.
Dias trying to pick up the ball, fires it just before the buzzer, and that one looked like it nearly had a chance.
Yeah.
Beyond half court, but it did not go. And at the end of three, Model leads at 66-37 over Brantley County. We're back for the final 8 minutes of the ball game after a quick 1 minute timeout.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Instant Replay is brought to you by Smith & Wood Wealth Management. We also thank Mathis Trailer and Equipment, Shannon Pharmacy, WC Timber, Snodgrass and Robinson Plastic Surgery Specialists, Advent Health Redmond, The Herb Shop on Broad, Dogwood Books, and Duffy's Deli. Please support the businesses that support us.
Productive quarter offensively for the Blue Devils. Right now, Dias scores right out of the gate to start the fourth quarter. But Ian Model scored 25 points, most points they've scored in a quarter of this game there in that third.
They had 23 in the first, so had to one-up that somehow.
It's been a very productive night. Model up to 66 points to Brantley County's 39. 7:34 left to go in the first round game.
Hold there. I believe that they're going to call that on Jaden Byron.
Spirited crowd here tonight. Not a capacity crowd, but pretty good crowd, and they're into it. Enjoying watching their Blue Devils. Justin Finley surveys the floor, ready to trigger things in motion for the Blue Devils. It was deflected by Byron and picked up by another player for Brantley County, who's going to bring it across the midcourt stripe. With it is Harris. Now they're going to go to the paint with it, spinning around. Strong move. And we've seen that a lot tonight from Corson.
Yeah. Kid's got a lot of upside.
Bryson Denson's going to feed it to Chaden Woodley. Drives in, kicks out, gets it to Finley. Now back up top to Denson. Bryson Bell with it. Chaden Woodley now to Finley. Finley over to Bryson Bell. Now back to Finley. He wants to work inside. Feeds it back out to Bryson Denson. Drives in, feeds it out. There's Bryson Bell for three. Left that one a little flat. Now out to Chaden Woodley. He'll try the three, and that one rims out. Thought that one was going to go. Across the timeline goes Byron, the freshman. Picks up his dribble, tries to send it to the near side. Picked off by Denson. It's one-on-one. Here's Chaden Woodley. Drives in, shakes off the defender, and scores with a nasty move.
Some hang time there from Mayor Woodley.
The one thing we hadn't seen in this game is a dunk, right?
Oh,
we had one. We did have one.
Fraley shook the rafters.
Early on, yeah. It's been a while, though.
That was part of his 10-point first quarter.
We need another one. Bryson Denson across the midcourt stripe. Now to Chatham Woodley on the left wing. Justin Finley up top to Bryson Denson between the circles, backs up, sends it to the right wing to Bell. Now Denson drives in, little floater, and it rattles in.
Good bucket there for Bryson Denson.
Model up to a 70-41 lead. They're going to shoot above their season average of about 70 points a game tonight with 5:43 left. There's Dice, sends it right wing side, launches the three. That one's high off the rim and goes over the backboard and out of bounds.
I think that might have caught a little piece of the apparatus. Isn't that all we need in life? Just a little piece of the apparatus.
Just a little graze of the apparatus.
That's right, just a graze.
Yeah, a light graze, if you will. Brenton Bell to bring it up the floor here for the Blue Devils. Right now on the floor for the Blue Devils, you've got Fraley, Brenton Bell, Chaden Woodley, Justin Finley, and Bryson Bell. We'll give you a floor check for Brantley County in a moment. Justin Finley with the ball, going to drive, bounce pass underneath to Dominic Fraley, who lays it in.
He handles that one cleanly, and you were going to get your dunk you were asking for, but they all count as two.
That's exactly
and Fraley's
right.
up to 22 on the night, I believe.
I've got him with 21, but I've already been wrong on my math, so I don't want to challenge you. But
that's right, he did. He missed. I think he missed a free throw.
Fraley gets the rebound after the missed shot there by Corson, and now Chatham Woodley brings it across the midcourt stripe to Bryson Bell. Brenton Bell with it on the left wing in front of the model bench. Now to Finley on the right wing side. Bryson Bell can't leave him open. Bounce pass underneath to Fraley, and that one rolls across the rim. It looked like.
I thought he got away with a walk there too, but.
Simmons loses the handle. I think one of the Blue Devils touched it as it was going past them in the lane. We're going to have some subs. Zach Nichols checks in. Tyler Harrell into the game for the first time. It's going to be Grady Hickman. So we got some fresh faces out there for the Blue Devils.
We do. I'm at this state tournament. Hopefully we have teams all over Floyd County that make some good runs, and but it feeds right into your favorite sporting event of the year.
Oh, 100%. That one's high off the rim for Byron. And right now for our local teams, you've got the Model Boys, who look like they're well on their way to advancing to the second round. Model Girls advanced last night. We mentioned that. They play Rabun County on Friday. Darlington's playing Aquinas tonight. Murchie was eliminated by Rabun County, so shot on the way from Woodley is in and out. Rim not kind on that one. Here's Byron on the left wing side, knocks down a three. That was a good-looking shot.
It was.
We're at the official 4-minute mark now of the fourth quarter, so we're halfway through the final frame. Here's Hickman up top to Nichols. Now to Finley. Nichols going to fire the long-range three. That was a little too strong off the back of the rim. Hickman gets the rebound, though, gives it right back to Nichols. Nichols in front of the model bench, gives it to Finley up top. Now to Chatham Woodley, drives baseline, sends it back up top to Hickman. Now around to the right wing side to Nichols. Justin Finley on to Woodley. Up top to Nichols. 10 seconds on the shot clock, by the way. Here's Finley. The Blue Devils go to work. Chatham Woodley drives in, kicks it out, right wing side. Finley for three and in! Nothing but net. Yes, sir. Justin Finley. Wow.
That little exclamation point there on what has been an excellent first round performance.
Dias for three on the other end, knocks it down. A good shooter. And Ian, he's got 16 points in the game.
I thought he might be the leading scorer on that side.
And Zach Nichols knocks down a three of his own. The threes are falling here tonight.
Yes, they are. Went on a little cold streak there, but now they're warming back up.
Ball ricochets off a couple of players. Here's Bryson trying to put up a three, misses the shot, or Byron rather. One and done trip there for the Herons, and we got a whistle and a foul reaching in on Byron. Looks like we're going to have some more subs coming into the game for the Blue Devils in just a moment.
Bryson Buck coming into the game.
So right now on the floor for the Blue Devils, you've got Zach Nichols. Ian just mentioned Bryson Buck, Brenton Bell, Justin Finley, and inbounding the ball is Grady Hickman. And that was poked out of bounds there by Jaden Byron of Brantley County.
I'd say Bryson is a popular name here in the Shannon community.
Very much so. Zach Nichols is trapped in the corner, and Bryson Buck bails him out. Now back to Nichols, spins around, goes to the low block, around the baseline, kicks it out. There's Hickman for three, high off the rim. It won't fall, just a little bit off the mark there for Hickman. Across the timeline goes Simmons, bounces it across, gets it to Dice, who knocks down a three. Man, and that's his fourth made three of the game.
Up to 19 points.
I think so. Yeah. Right now, Justin Finley with the ball, sends it up top. Johnson now to the outside. There's Nichols' second made three of the game in the fourth quarter. Man, it's a warm reception from the crowd. Three ball on the other end. That caroms across the rim. Rebound picked up by Matt Johnson. Now to Justin Finley, sends it right wing side. Grady Hickman bounces it to Buck underneath, spins around, posts up, gets blocked there by Holton DePrater.
Block for the senior.
And we'll get ready for Hickman to inbound the ball for the Blue Devils. We're almost to the 92nd mark of this one. It's kind of weird when you only got one game. We're used to having two. Inside is Bryson Buck, knocks down his first bucket of the game.
I'd imagine his first playoff bucket all time.
Could be.
At the varsity level.
Long range three, rattles off the rim, shot off the glass and through on the follow-up from DePrater. He's got 6. Model scored 83 points in this game so far. We've still got a little over a minute left. Zach Nichols may have something to say about that. He's made a couple of quick threes here in this quarter. He's got the ball. Leaves it off to the right wing side, up top to Finley. Good ball movement. Nichols is open. Here's that three, and that one rattles off the rim. Fans wanted it for sure. They did. Now with the ball, firing the three. Brantley County and knocking it down is Nathan Howell, his first bucket of the game, and it was a good-looking shot.
We're going to get some fresh faces on the floor for the Herons as they clear the bench.
And Ian, they got a couple of guys that have come up from the JV squad to help out with the team in the absence of a couple of injured players. JB Johnson and Ellis Westover
both on the
into
floor.
The game. Yeah. Was talking to their JV coach before the game. Really nice fella, Dustin Ray. Said they went 9-6 this year, so pretty good record there. Had some success. I think there's a bright future for this basketball program. Zach Nichols with the ball, sends it up top to the right wing side. Hickman now to Nichols, shakes off the defender and fires the three and scores his third made three of the ball game. Man.
That's the 11th tray on the night for the Model Blue Devils.
Nice sidestep and score there for Nichols. 15 seconds to go. The shot clock is off the rest of the way. Brantley County with the ball, going to send it up top. There's Simmons trying to close out strong, and he knocks down a three. And it looks like Nichols, who's made 3 threes in the fourth quarter, gets the honor of dribbling out the final seconds, and that is the end of the game. The Model Blue Devils win it tonight, 86-58, a dominant offensive performance, scoring 86 points on Brantley County tonight to advance to the second round. Ian, the Model Blue Devils are in the Sweet 16 officially.
Indeed.
Both model teams.
That's right. A very impressive first round for both the Lady Blue Devils and the men. And we're going to get to watch some more Model Blue Devil basketball going forward, Matt. You've got a road trip on Friday night.
Going to Rabun County on Friday night, and then I presume we'll be back home. I definitely know it'll be home for the second round. That'll be sometime on Saturday. We'll give you updates on times and things of that nature coming up when we get them. But we're going to take a break. We'll send it back to the studio for a 3-minute timeout. We'll come out with a brief wrap-up after these messages on WLAQ and Northwest Georgia Media. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Shannon Pharmacy, proudly serving the Shannon community since 2004. We're your small, full-service pharmacy with a big heart, offering friendly professional service and a caring community feel. Whether you need prescriptions filled, expert advice, or health products, we're here for you. Experience the difference at Shannon Pharmacy, where your health is our priority. Visit us today. WC Timber has been serving the Northwest Georgia and Northeast Alabama area since 1991. As a complete tree and timber service, WC Timber can handle thinning and clear cutting, tree chipping, stump removal, and storm damage, as well as bucket truck and crane services. For more information, visit them on the web at wctimber.com or give them a call at area code 706-238-1214. WC Timber and Tree Service.
You look exhausted.
Dude, my to-do list got the best of me. I finally sharpened the blade, trimmed the yard, raked the leaves, and then I mowed.
Yeah, me too.
Get out. You're not even breaking a sweat.
I know. My grasshopper trimmed around the yard, power vac the leaves, and then mowed. I did all of it without leaving my seat.
I gotta get a grasshopper.
Finish fall cleanup and be ready for winter with a grasshopper mower.
Here we go again.
If you ever find yourself moving through these doors,
We're gonna take care of you.
if you ever hear these sounds, or see these lights, may you find our caring team of ER experts all around you. This is the human spirit at its best. Advent Health. Feel whole.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Time courtside here inside Woodard Gymnasium. Model Blue Devils just advanced to the Sweet 16 by picking up an 86-58 victory over Brantley County. And Ian, they were up 23-5 at the end of the first quarter and really never looked back. They got off to a strong start and they stayed strong throughout the course of the four-quarter game. Yeah,
an explosive effort and a great defensive effort. Just a total package here from the Model Blue Devils tonight. They started a little cold from behind the arc, going 1 for 7 in the first quarter, but they closed out those last three quarters shooting at a clip of 45% from behind the arc, hitting 11 threes overall. Fraley and Harold dominant in the paint. Bryson Denson and Shaden Woodley didn't hit a lot of outside shots, but they were great getting the ball to the rack. Second chance points were aplenty throughout the night, and it was just a great effort and a great tone-setting win for this state playoff tournament. 100%, and we'll go ahead and break down the scoring real quick. We'll start with Brantley County, the Herons. They would have 3 young men that got into double digits in that game, in this game, but Jaden Byron picked up 7 points. You'd have 3 from Nathan Howell, 6 points for Holton DePrater, and then the 3 guys got in double digits. With 10 was Cole Corson, all of his points in the paint, and then you had 13 for Jaden Simmons, and then you had 19 points from their leading scorer, Tristan Dias, who would also knock down 4 threes rather, throughout the course of the game. Really good shooter there. Pretty good little ball team. So that was a good win there for the Blue Devils to start off the tournament. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll see who they get in the next round. Is it already decided? We can maybe check on that. If we got score stream, we might be able to pull up and see if we can find out who won between Elbert County and Washington County. I believe that game was also this evening, so we may be able to find that. And while you look that up, I'll go ahead and run down the scoring for the Model Blue Devils. Ian already pointed out that the Blue Devils made 11 threes in the ball game. They would have 10 guys that got in the scorebook tonight as far as scoring points in this basketball game. The Model Blue Devils, as well as Brantley County, had 3 young men that got into double digits tonight as far as the scoring is concerned. But we'll start with John Mason. He knocked down a 3 for 3 points in the third quarter. 9 points for Zach Nichols. He made 3 threes all in the fourth quarter. 3 points for Justin Finley tonight. 6 for Brenton Bell. He made 2 threes, 1 in the second quarter, 1 in the third quarter. 8 points for Bryson Denson tonight.
And then you would have 2 points for Bryson Buck, 4 for Tyler Harrell. And then the 3 leading scorers for the Model Blue Devils tonight. One was Bryson Bell, who had 4 threes, all of them in the first half. 18 points for Chaden Woodley. And he had 10 of his 18 points all in the third quarter of the ball game. And the leading scorer tonight, he got off to a hot start, had big first 3 quarters of the ball game. It was Dominic Fraley who led tonight in scoring with 21 points.
Great night for the senior, great night to be a Blue Devil.
Absolutely. So did we find an update?
No scores. No. So we'll find that out either way. Model's got another home playoff game coming up this Saturday. We just don't know what time.
Yep, and it'll be the winner, to your point, either Elbert County, the 21 seed in the bracket, or Washington County, the 12, Model's the 5. So no matter what, Model boys will be at home coming up on Saturday. Now the girls are going to be on the road at Rabun County coming up Friday. I still hadn't seen the game time for that yet. We'll let you know as soon as possible on that one, but either way, we'll have radio coverage of that one for you. The video will be back with us coming up on Saturday here for the boys game, I do believe. So anyway, it's been a great couple of days of basketball, and we've got more coming up. So we will go ahead and bid you adieu for tonight, but I do want to take an opportunity as we wind down here to recognize the crew that put on the broadcast for you tonight. Here from Woodard Gymnasium, you've had midcourt cameras from Miracle Lilly and Clay Hardiker. PTZ and scoreboard tonight, that's Dylan Bice. Replay was Nathan Patterson. Director was Mike Garrett. And then, of course, courtesy of WLAQ, we give you your audio tonight. We've got Ian Griffin on the mic. And then we got Lynn Butler back at the studio, and I'm Matt Davis. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast tonight, whether you were watching for the Blue Devils or for the Brantley County Herons. We try to do our best, even though we're a little bit homer here for the Blue Devils. We try to paint the picture the best we can for both audiences to listen in. Hope we were able to accomplish that tonight.
Absolutely. It was a fun broadcast. I always enjoy being here with you, and it's always a little sweeter when the home team wins.
Let's do it again this weekend. What do you say, man?
Sounds good to me.
That's going to put a wrap on our night. Model wins at 86-58 to advance to the Sweet 16. And we'll bid you adieu tonight. Thanks for tuning in. So long, everybody. Have a great evening.